Hey, Max here. Welcome to the show. I just got off work and I saw some of the best news I've seen all year for video games. It's about the Evercade Showcase. We've been waiting for the NEOGEO announcement. A lot of speculation, including my own, which I was wrong about. So I'm going to give myself an L on that one, and I'm happy to receive this L. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and comment on the video. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic for all the greatest news in entertainment, including retro stuff. I love retro stuff. Honestly, and I want to ask a question to you, viewers. If you're in the retro, is this more exciting than the Switch 2 Direct? I know we don't have the results of it yet, but I think Evercade and Blaze are going to another level with this SNK announcement. It surpassed my expectations of what they were able to accomplish. I thought it was going to be the status quo with SNK collaborations and third-party companies where they're going to have it locked to the machine. And I would love to get someone from Blaze on for an interview because especially a lot of us in the retro community, I'm not going to get into all the drama and the baggage, but the last few years, there's been a lot of items or games or systems that have been pitched to the retro community, and the retro community has been taken advantage of and even lost money. I personally lost money on a venture, and I will no longer pre-order unless it's Blaze, which I'm planning to pre-order mine tomorrow. So I think it's extremely affordable, great for retro, and you're not having to deal with Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft. If you're a developer in the history of video games, you're probably going to be represented on a Blaze machine. And I think people were thinking, well, there's the price of the carts went up a little bit. That's the state of the world. Do not put that on Blaze. I don't think it was an arbitrary price increase. I think it was a necessity, and you're still getting a lot of value. A lot of these carts have games on there where the actual physical cart on the original system is a really absorbent price on the resale market. And some of these carts are actually getting up there. So I would actually say you're probably going to do good if you pre-order some of these carts, especially the SNK cart, which I thought wasn't going to happen. I thought it was going to be locked to, and yes, I am a Blaze customer. I wasn't planning to show this. I got this recently. I have VS consoles, handhelds, and I'm planning to pre-order another handheld tomorrow because it looks really cool. The SNK Hyper Mega Pocket. I forget what it would be my first Super Pocket. Is that what it's called? That's my first one of those because I want the one that looks like an MVS system. But here, let's show the announcement where it got really good and where I was blown away. And to me, this is better than anything Nintendo can offer tomorrow, unless there's some really amazing first-party Nintendo games that they've been working on and they haven't told us about. You know that not the next Mario Kart isn't going to do it for me, because unless you bring back the Mario Dash, Double Dash. Retro community or video game fans almost pulled my nerd card. Double Dash, unless they brought back the Double Dash mechanic. If it's just more Mario Kart 8 style gameplay with more tracks, even if it's some type of gimmick, it's not going to do it for me. But this is amazing. I'm going to be pre-ordering every single NEOGEO cart, and we might actually get some arcade games that were pre-NEOGEO from SNK, and eventually, if this goes well, NEOGEO Pocket games as well. You know, sky's the limit. All right, so let's play this here.
PC or phone. But right now, it's time for the news that Evercade fans have been waiting for.
Yeah.
Peggy 16.
Carts are back! Woo! Yes. Metal Slug is on the first card. Now, the only thing that could have made this cooler, since they're on actual carts, is if we had like black carts to resemble Neo Geo. You know, maybe that would have been really cool. Or the boxes for Evercade more resembled a shock box. You know, maybe they could do like a limited edition shock box for them. And then I think that you're going to get a new Evercade Alpha and Versus as long with the Super Pocket. And if the Versus actually resembles the features of an AES instead of just a Versus with the Keller, with the Kellers of a MVS or a AES system, you know, that would be next level. I don't think they're doing that just based on what the carts were getting, but still, this is amazing. It's been since the Neo Geo X Gold. That's how long it's been. And I don't know how many years ago. And that was one I regret selling until today. I regret selling it until I saw this announcement. Now I don't regret selling it because that thing was going to break. Even though it was really cool. It was one of the first dock solution systems before the Switch. So I don't feel bad now. All right, let's look at some of this. So you're getting the typical games on the cart first, but there are some surprise games in here that make me. I also thought, this is just going to be the typical recycled SNK games over and over and over again. But they have some built on the Super Pocket internal and on this cart that are kind of a surprise to get day one. I'll show you which one. King of Fighters 2000 is a given. Metal Slug's a given. Ironclad. That is a surprise to get on a physical cart day one. I think I remember. Maybe it was from, and this is showing my credibility as a gamer, because the other thing that was really good for retro video games was the Wii Virtual Console, and I think Ironclad was the first time that Neo Geo game came out officially. I think this was a game that wasn't finished back when the AES, and then they finished it for probably physical release later on after the original Neo Geo life cycle, and then for the Wii. So this is really awesome that they're giving us some goodness on cart one, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting a cart, and I was not expecting a game like this on the first cart. Magician Lord, typical. You always get Magician Lord. Sengoku, pretty typical. Okay. Shock Troopers, good variety on the first cart, you know. So there's the look at the cart itself, the box. It's nice. It's nice. It's Neo Geo Arcade 1. They didn't use like it says Neo Geo. That's the official logo there. I would have liked a little bit more branding, but I like the image enough. It's nice. I see, for me personally, when you get to like top tier like Neo Geo and then potentially Sega, I would like them to actually change up the purple carts, honestly, myself, but I understand why you wouldn't. To keep the branding, this is the 16th arcade cart. So I understand, but I still want more. Blaze. Good job, Blaze.
Neo Geo Arcade 1 for Evercade comes
really good
with
price.
6 incredible Neo Geo games.
This is cheaper than digital if you're going to get it on the Xbox Marketplace or the PlayStation Marketplace. I think some of them with I forget the branding, the company that distributes them digitally on the marketplaces, but they're like $7.99. There's sometimes sales, but this is cheaper than digital.
Metal Slug, the King of Fighters 2000, Shock Troopers, and more. This new collection will be available in July 2025 and will be available to pre-order
tomorrow.
1st, 2025 at a price of £19.99, $24.99 and €24.99. This is the first of multiple Neo Geo arcade cartridge collections coming to Evercade across this year and next year. So make sure you sign up to our newsletter to find out when the rest are coming. But wait.
Also, are you glad they went with MVS ROMs instead of AES? Or would you would have preferred they did an AES cart, you know? I think MVS because you can add, you can add quarters. The arcade games, you can add quarters and it's going to be better on the alpha. Honestly, that was what I would prefer. But are they going to stick to arcade carts for everyone? I don't know. Maybe they'll do MVS for certain games and then have Neo Geo Pocket games too along with that.
There's more.
Peggy 16.
I was surprised by this one.
Mission 1, start.
The Neo Geo Super Pocket. Now that looks really good too. Let me get myself here so you can look better. Yes, the Neo Geo Super Pocket. I like how it says Neo Geo Edition. Looks really nice. It looks like the AES colors. And there's quite a few games on here for the price. These are really affordable. Looks great. Arcade games in your pocket. $14 classics. That's a decent amount. So let's say you're getting a whole, let me see here to get the exact amount. 60 divided by, what was it, 16? It's 16, right? 14. Sorry, I almost did 16. 14. That's like if you're not including the hardware, like $4.30, around about that. Still cheaper than digital. Even though it is digital, but you're also getting a really good system that plays all these other carts, And there's some bangers on here too. And I know I'm going to get comments. You really, Max, you couldn't do that math in your head. Okay, it's that long day after a 10-hour day or work, all right? And no, I couldn't. All right, here we go. Hyper Mega Tech. That's what I was thinking of earlier. I've never got my hands on one of those Super Pockets yet. It looks like it's comfortable. That's okay. Mutant Nation, the soccer game. Mutant Nation was a little, Mutation Nation or something. I forget what it was called. That beat 'em up. That doesn't come along often. And then there's this game. This one, of course, Samurai Showdown, a soccer game. And Last Resort was good. And then it looks like there's another shmup here, which I forget what this shmup is called. I forget what that one's called, but they didn't spend a lot of time on there, but that's really good to get those two shmups right built in on the system. June 2025, pre-order April 1st. But wait, there's more, everyone.
Neo Geo Edition will be available from June 2020.
Are they going to do different games on the special edition? Because they announced the special edition right after this. I want to know if it's the same game list.
25 and is available to pre-order from April 1st. Available for £49.99, €59.99 or $59.99. This new Super Pocket comes in a Neo Geo inspired color scheme and features 14 great Neo Geo arcade games.
Sengoku 3 too is not a common game to get,
including Metal Slug X.
Metal Slug X is nice. Last Resort,
Overtop, Samurai Showdown 2, The Last Blade.
Last Blade is a good one to get on there.
It's also fully compatible with the Evercade Cartridge ecosystem, which means all the upcoming Neo Geo arcade carts and everything else is compatible with this device as well. But for you,
Oh, wait. Was that Blazing Star or Pulse Star? I think it was Blazing Star.
and everything
That's
else
great to
is
get on.
compatible with this device as well. But for you collectors
Blazing
out there,
Star
we've got something for you.
and
Available
Shock
to
Troopers
pre-order
too.
April 1st. That's
That,
tomorrow.
look at that. I hope I get it. I'm going to try to pull the trigger tomorrow. Look at those buttons. It looks like an MVS. That's really slick. This looks far, far superior than what you got with those officially little little mini Neo Geo cabs they did like 6 years ago where they had a bunch of them. I don't like the way those looked. I never bought one just because I didn't like the way they looked. But this looks amazing.
Is the Super Pocket Neo Geo Limited Edition.
3,000
This
units.
exclusive version of
Get
the
your
Neo Geo
units.
Super Pocket comes in an MVS-styled color scheme, including the
I want to know if the
multicolored
games list is
buttons
the same.
and
Knowing SNK, it's probably a different games list. You probably want to pick up both of these.
limited to just 3,000 units, with each unit being individually numbered. This limited edition Super
Individually
Pocket
numbered
will be
too.
available exclusively from Funstock. So visit funstock.co.uk or Funstock EU to pick up yours for £69.99 or €79.99 ahead of its release in June 2025. And Funstock ships all over the world.
Yes, they
Remember,
do.
these
I've
go
ordered
on
from them before.
pre-order on April 1st.
What time?
That's tomorrow. So make sure you set your alarms and don't miss out.
I will be at work.
But that's not all for Super Pocket this year.
Peggy 12.
Okay, that's all for SNK. There's a Data East one that looks really cool too. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown and reaction of the Neo Geo SNK announcement of AES titles coming to a physical cart for Blaze in your Evercade. I really think that this is going to expand the Evercade user base, because there's some SNK fans that have just been waiting for something like this that are now going to get this. I guarantee it. I think they're going to double their numbers this year after a few of these carts are released, especially when that sweet, sweet special edition VS and then Neo Geo Alpha. Are they going to stick with the Alpha branding for the little tabletop? Because you know that's coming. That is going to look so legit. That thing's going to sell out. Oh, my God. Damn you, Blaze. I didn't want to buy multiples of these things. I got the Mega Man, but if there's an MVS cab for this partnership with some really cool titles on it, I might have to do it. I might have to double dip. You're making me double dip, Blaze. Look out. I want to get you in for an interview. I hope you have a good one. Please give me all your comments. I can't wait to read it. And are you going to pre-order this SNK Evercade cart arcade #1? I'll see you next time. Have a good one.